2 is the sequel to 2015's Creed. It is also the 8th movie in the Rocky film franchise. If you want to consider this a Rocky movie, Creed 2 still follows the son of Apollo Creed, Adonis Creed, who is trying to still make his mark in the boxing world. However, Ivan Drago from Rocky 4 has a son who wants to take back the heavyweight belt, so he challenges Adonis Creed to a fight, and we have a movie. A movie that should have been a train wreck, because this movie is no longer directed by Ryan Coogler. It is no longer written by Ryan Coogler. It is directed by an unknown director in Stephen Caple Jr. It is also written by Sylvester Stallone, who also stars in the movie. When he's working both sides of the camera, that can be a train wreck. He's really hit or miss. The Expendables has really proved that. Some of the Rocky films have really proved that, like Rocky 5. Oh wait, there's a Rocky 5? I didn't know that. But however, if you have a good ear and you were listening very closely, you will have noticed that I said that this movie should have been a train wreck. Luckily it wasn't. This movie is one of my favorite movies of the year. Creed 2 is phenomenal. As good as Creed? No. But still, this movie floored me. It captured all the emotions that the first Creed movie captured. It made me feel connected to these characters. It brought the best out in you. They're so inspiring, these two Creed movies. This one is just as good an inspiration as the first Creed movie. This movie also just makes you want to box. I'm ready to tussle. Who wants to tussle? That's how I felt with this movie. Once again, Sylvester Stallone as Rocky. God damn. He should have gotten an Oscar for Creed. Nominate him and give him his Oscar for Creed 2 because he is phenomenal yet again. He has proven he can act in a drama. Michael B. Jordan is still really good as Adonis Creed, the son of Apollo Creed, and Tessa Thompson is phenomenal as well as Bianca. And these characters, they're given room to develop and to breathe in between all the boxing stuff and the training stuff. Again, boxing, you're looking for a flat-out boxing movie. Again, there's 3 matches in this movie, 3 boxing matches. For fans that felt that the boxing in the original Rocky movies and Creed was lacking, that might be a big positive for people who want more boxing. But at the same time, these movies were never about boxing. They were about characters who had family and friends, and it was a drama about getting to know the lives of these characters. This movie really capitalizes on that and expands upon the character development that we got in the original Creed. And I really appreciated that about this movie. Again, very emotional, tugs at the heartstrings in parts, and just inspirational. There's when that music comes on, the dun 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 dun, like, you're in a bad mood, just put the Rocky theme on, and it'll automatically put you in a better mood. In terms of fights, the fights are really good in this movie. There's nothing really that sticks out for the fight. It's not like that one-shot fight that there was in Creed. But I still felt as if I was getting a lot out of the fights. I was really rooting for Adonis Creed. That's the thing. You are rooting for the main protagonist in this movie. You want him to win, no matter what. And they do a very good job at developing his character to that point. And I gotta talk about Dolph Lundgren as Ivan Drago, and the dude that plays his son, Victor Drago. Not only did Dolph Lundgren give a very solid performance, surprisingly, but these two characters, Victor and Ivan Drago, people have been saying in their early reviews for this movie that they really do flesh out the Drago characters, and I gotta agree with everybody on that. They are fleshed out. It's a movie that really makes you think about the consequences of certain decisions, you know? And even Rocky has to deal with some of those consequences, because there's this whole subplot, it's a small subplot that doesn't bog down the movie at all, where Rocky is dealing with something, and he's very hesitant to do it. And you're just like, come on man, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. You kind of see the consequences of what happens, or the reward of what happens when you follow through on your decisions. Another great thing about this movie, it is not a setup for a third movie. Thank God. I'm sick of all these setup movies. I'm looking at you. Crimes of Grindelwald. This feels like it's its own thing. If this is where the Rocky series and the Creed series ends, I am totally okay with that. Honestly, the way it ended, I think we're definitely going to get a third one just to make it a trilogy, but I don't see how you could do a third one. I think it should just end here, because to me, the way the movie ended, Rocky's character arc was complete, Donnie's character arc was complete. We have a solid 8-film franchise if you don't count Rocky 5, because it doesn't exist. So I don't want this franchise to overstay its welcome, and at the same time, I'm really happy that it was kind of its own thing. It wasn't a huge setup movie for a third one. And it didn't end on a cliffhanger or anything. Thank God. As for issues with the movie, for the first 15 minutes or so, I felt the pacing was a bit off. First, with the Drago stuff, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. As the movie progressed, it got a lot better. Donnie's first fight happens. That's where the movie really starts to pick up, and the pacing becomes a lot better. Another issue, it's not really an issue of mine. It's a nitpick that I could see people having, is that people might feel as if you're a huge Rocky fan, you might feel as if this is kind of like a slight remake of Rocky 4. There are definitely similar story beats to Rocky 4. I don't necessarily think that. I don't think it's a remake of Rocky 4. I think they're doing some callbacks to the Rocky franchise. You have Ivan Drago in this movie, so how can you not reference Rocky 4? There are a lot of similar story elements to Rocky 4, but I don't necessarily deem it a remake. However, there might be some that might find that to be a negative of the film, and that's kind of, from early critic reviews, despite being positive, that's kind of what I've seen, that it's kind of a retread of previous Rocky films, Rocky 4 in particular. But that's just a nitpick. It's not a huge issue of mine. Other than that, this is a damn fine film. And I hope you guys go and see it, because this is one of my favorites of the year. I'm going to give Creed 2 an A. Guys, that's my review of Creed 2. Thank you for watching my review of Creed 2. Stay tuned for more reviews coming soon. I will leave my link to my website in the description below. There you will find all my links to my social media accounts. Also, I have surpassed 500 subscribers, so thank you to everybody who has watched my videos, commented on my videos, subscribed to my channel. You guys are the best, and as a reward for tuning in to watching my content, I am going to be doing a Q&A video, an Ask Me Anything video. A video announcement for that will be coming later in the week. It's Thanksgiving week. I know people are busy, so whenever I have the time, I will do an announcement video, and that's where you can post the questions. I already have a couple of questions from some friends I will be answering in that video, but you can post the questions to that video when it goes up. I cannot wait to do that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you soon.